Here's the deal. Nearly every video on YouTube experiences a huge drop-off in retention in the first 30 seconds. Now, you probably already know this, but do you really grasp the severity of it? So we're talking about 30%, 40%, possibly more than half of your audience abandoning your video in that brief half-minute window. And that's pretty steep, right? So imagine if you can improve that by 10%, 20%, even more. That's a lot more viewers sticking around for a lot longer, boosting your watch time. And everybody knows YouTube loves watch time. And speaking of watch time, the more you get, the quicker you'll reach this. Here's some data showing you the average view duration of different video lengths split between the median and the top 10% of creators on YouTube. Where do you currently sit on this graph by comparison? It's probably near the bottom end, isn't it? Which is why the first 30 seconds of your video is so important. And we'll start with a very powerful technique that's transforming videos across pretty much every niche on the platform. And once I show it to you, it's one of those things that you can't really unsee. Every time you click on a video, you go,
oh yeah, now I see that in action.
You see, the thing is, your video intro doesn't actually start at 0 seconds. It actually starts with your packaging. First off, give yourself a pat on the back. You've already accomplished something huge, convincing a viewer to choose your video from an ocean of alternatives. But that is just the beginning, because your thumbnail and title have already set some sort of expectation. When you convinced a viewer to click on a video, you also made a promise of something of value to that viewer. And so what you need to do from second 0 is confirm to the viewer that they're going to get what they came for. You need to prove to the viewer that the video isn't clickbait or a misunderstanding, that they truly are in the right place. And this is a demonstration of that in action from the biggest YouTuber on the platform.
We're now stranded on this deserted island in the middle of the ocean, and we're going to be stranded here for the next 7 days.
And now let's examine another video title and intro from a slightly smaller channel.
This is how to come up with a killer YouTube video idea to blow up your channel.
Did you catch it? They're echoing their title at the beginning of their video. Which brings us to the next 10 seconds of a video. Once you've established the topic of your video, there's something else that you need to validate. In today's information-saturated world, establishing credibility quickly is key. You need to show your audience that you're not just another voice in a crowd, but someone with valuable insights and experience. So the next 10 seconds are crucial, because this is where you, the creator, answer the burning question in every viewer's mind.
Why should I believe you?
So let's break this down with another example.
I found the key to going so viral, you realize it's not luck. I've worked with some of the biggest creators on YouTube, such as the Cheeky Boyos, Eric, and Young Gravy, getting them millions of views. And top creators understand that you can't just post a good video and expect people to watch it.
Do you see what the creator accomplished there? In just a few seconds, they made a bold claim about understanding virality, backed it up with specific, impressive collaborations, and hinted at insider knowledge from top creators. This technique works because it quickly establishes authority and experience. It tells the viewer, I'm not guessing here, I've been in the trenches with successful creators. But credibility isn't just about name dropping. It's also about demonstrating real expertise. So here are some other things you can do to establish that all-important trust. Mention relevant experience or qualifications, especially when the topic is about health, law, finance, education. You could also create a challenge around the topic to show the actual experience and results, and reference studies or data that backs up your claims. The key is to be specific, but also authentic. Don't exaggerate, but don't be shy about your achievements either. Your viewers want to know they're learning from somebody who's walked the talk. And now we move on to the final segment of the intro, which is a make or break moment. It separates videos that merely start strong from those that keep viewers glued until the absolute end of a video. If you get this right, not only will you retain viewers, but they'll be hanging off every single word that you say. But here's the thing, there is a critical mistake even seasoned creators make. The thing is, I often find myself watching videos and thinking to myself, why do I need to keep watching? And this is because the creator fails to communicate the importance of the upcoming content. So let's fix this with 3 proven strategies that you can mimic from the big players on YouTube. And we'll start with this one. See how this creator sets up her audience's expectations.
So I'm going to show you guys how to use ChatGPT to help you come up with project ideas. I'll also show you guys how to ask ChatGPT to be like an expert tutor and teach you concepts step by step. Finally, I'll give you guys some tips on how to get the most out of ChatGPT by going to the basics of prompt engineering.
See how she clearly outlines 3 valuable takeaways. This gives viewers concrete reasons to stick around. You can easily recreate this by clearly articulating what viewers will gain from watching your entire video. Will they learn a game-changing technique, discover a time-saving hack, or understand a complex topic in simple terms? Be simple, be direct about their expectations. And if that doesn't work for you, here's another strategy.
For whatever reason, we started treating editing like it's a maths problem, rather than using it as an opportunity for creative expression. So, here are 3 things that I regret I didn't know sooner, that would make me not just an editor, but an artist.
Hayden provides common problems that the audience can relate to and promises solutions. And these solutions will elevate editors into artists that stand out. You too can identify specific challenges that your content addresses. Then just tease a solution that you're going to provide. This creates a powerful problem-solution dynamic that engages the viewer. And this is a strategy, a formula, a framework that you can apply to many different niches. And one of the more effective tricks you'll often find in Colin and Samia's videos. This is one of my favorites, and it's where things get really interesting.
By the end of the episode, we're actually going to pitch Emma on a way that we think she could return to YouTube in a healthy way.
We're also going to suggest a change that we think YouTube should make to the platform.
It's called opening a loop, and they just did it seamlessly. Twice. How Emma could return to YouTube and what change YouTube should make. Opening loops means introducing an intriguing idea or posing a question that you promise to resolve by the end of a video. It creates mini cliffhangers, and the best creators do this over and over again, multiple times in videos. Remember that the goal here is to create a sense of anticipation and value. You want your viewer to start thinking, wow, I can't afford to miss any part of this video. And since you've made it this far into this video, I highly recommend you rewind to the beginning and watch the intro all over again, because we've just done everything we've been talking about and you're still watching. And now you know how important it is to nail your intro. But what if people don't click on the video in the first place? If that happens, then I'm afraid all of the time and energy you've put into that intro is wasted. Which is why I highly recommend you watch this video about how to make killer thumbnails.